Welcome again to Easy Math TV. Today we're going to be discovering a simple pattern in numbers, in a simple list of numbers. Today we're going to be discovering something called a linear pattern and introducing you to the symbol delta x, which uses the Greek letter delta. Um, as you can see, it's pronounced using just the word delta. So when you see that symbol next to a letter, you just call it delta and then say the letter next to it. Okay, so basically that's our goal today. And in cell A2, we have a heading for our delta x that you will see how we calculate that in a moment. And in column B, we're going to be listing our x values. So we're going to start with just a simple list of x's. We'll start with x equals 1 in cell B3. And then I'd like you to type a 4 in cell B4 and then a 7 in B5. And we're going to stop there because we're going to continue to fill down. We're going to just highlight those 3 cells and go to the bottom corner of that group that we just highlighted and click and drag. Just keep going until we have up to 22. So basically Excel recognized already that there is a pattern and it was able to fill in the rest of the numbers. But we're going to see what that pattern actually is visually. And we're going to do it mathematically. And that's called our delta x. So what is delta x? Well, here's our x's in column B. Delta x means change in x. So when you see the Greek letter delta, I want you to think in terms of how much something has changed. And in math, when we want to know how much something has changed, we usually subtract. So in cell A4, we're going to type equals, and we're going to take the x value that's in B4, so B4, and we're going to subtract the x above it, which is in B3. So any two x values that are directly above each other, we're just going to subtract them and put that into this column over here that I'm calling column A. And lo and behold, I mean, that's what we expected to get because 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So does that present a pattern? Well, if I go to the lower right corner of that cell and I drag it down, we will see the same calculation done in the remaining times that we had values of x. So basically, anytime you see an x, it's going to subtract the number right above it. So down here in row 10, we were able to take the number that is in B10 and subtract the number that is in B9. 22 minus 19 is 3. And again, like looking at these two numbers in rows 9 and 8, 19 minus 16 is also equal to 3. So the number pattern of these x's is that there's kind of an equal space in between them. And if you want to think in terms of like planting in a garden, you put the seeds down in equal spacing from each other. So that's basically what we have here is our delta x is that spacing between numbers. And it just so happens that it is a constant value. So that's what we refer to when we see that the delta x is the same every single time we go down to the next calculation. It's always a 3. We call that a constant. So that is unchanging. Delta x is unchanging. It's the same number. And we're going to apply this. We're going to keep going and kind of expand on this as we go with these videos. You're going to learn a little bit more. Eventually, we're going to be using these kinds of calculations in situations where we have a relationship between two variables. But for now, we're just focusing on one variable so that you can see what we mean by delta x. And if you enjoy these videos, I would like you to consider subscribing to my channel. Make sure you like it, like the videos. Comment down below if you have a question or if you would like to just give me some feedback. I would appreciate any kind of feedback, and definitely share with people that you know. If there's anybody that you think could use these, please share. Okay, and thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the videos.